Aloha, Dr. Matt James here, and for the past 25 years, I have been a part of the Empowerment Partnership. And I've been teaching since the late 90s when I was really young in my late 20s there. And one of the cornerstones of what we have been teaching at the Empowerment Partnership is called mental and emotional release. As a doctor of health psychology, I learned that a lot of the mindset that's out there in the world is that if you have baggage, and I'm talking like deep-rooted depression, anxiety, major fears like phobia and post-traumatic stress disorder, that you're going to have it for decades. One textbook when I went back to school a while ago now specifically said that you will have PTSD for 20 to 25 years. And I asked one of my professors when I was in school, in the textbook, it says you can go from having an incredibly normal, beautiful day to a tragedy occurring and instantaneously develop a phobia, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression. Like you can go from everything's good to completely horrible instantaneously. I said, why can't the neurology go from bad to good that fast as well? Why does the textbook say it takes 20 years to overcome baggage? If there's flexibility in one direction, there has to be flexibility in the other. And the professor looked at me and smiled and said, I definitely don't see you teaching a lot of academic psychology. He said, you keep teaching what you're teaching, because he goes, I do believe that. And he said that he believed that psychology had become so focused in on variables that they don't even see what they originally got into it in the first place, which was to help people. It was a game-changing moment for me because this professor, I looked up to him as a mentor. And the fact that he didn't have an answer and that there was no research and that he agreed, when I graduated, I encouraged as many students as possible to help me out with research. And 3 of them stepped up big time. 3 people stepped up. Dr. Patrick Scott, Dr. Rose Johnson, and Dr. Tracy down in Jamaica. These people helped to create clinical and academic research to validate this technique that came from our school well over 20 years ago, that we have refined over the last few decades. And we validated that a person can go from having that deep-rooted baggage to having it instantaneously be gone. We have clinical and academic research, and Dr. Larry down in Orange County has hundreds of case studies of helping people with this technique. These 4 individuals, plus Tris Thorpe, contributed to this concept, this technique that we call mental and emotional release. I'm going to be doing a webinar on Monday, October 30th, to talk more about this, but not just the research. I don't want it to be an academic class. I want you to learn what mental and emotional release is and to walk away with a knowledge, a hope that you can get over your baggage, that you can release it, that there is a technique out there that can assist you. I'm going to share with you where you can learn more about this technique, and to also give you a better understanding of how your mind operates and why it's even possible to let this baggage go, so that if you chose to, you could be free of this and totally empowered in your life. On Monday, October 30th at 5:30 Pacific, I'll be hosting an exclusive webinar. Please register for it. Register and get in. Space is limited. GoToWebinar only handles about 500 people. In the last webinar that I had, over 780 signed up for it. And so please make sure that you take the time to do this. It's going to truly help remind you that almost anything is possible, and that empowerment is inside of you and that you can achieve at any time. I look forward to joining you on that webinar, and until then, a hui ho.